Hello, and thank you for choosing ProspectX. Today I'm going to be covering the Disposition Module found within CRM. As a side note, I've made a separate video for all these separate modules, even one for settings. I'll make a general overview of CRM video as well, but this will specifically talk about disposition. What I'll start off with is I'll enter transaction and I'll move a transaction into disposition. So in the previous video, I moved this transaction from seller lead into transactions. Now I will move this transaction into disposition. Sorry. So I have already closed on this property. We have purchased it from our seller lead. It's now part of our inventory. We are ready to find someone to buy this property. So what I would do, now that I'm ready to move to the disposition side of things, is I would change this status to marketing to sales. Sent to sales, we know that, so I could now go back, go into disposition, and see this transaction now lives in dispositions. I can, just from the filter that we see directly from dispositions, I can look at all my dispositions, the ones that are not assigned yet, ones where the offer has been accepted. I can look at all of my active properties, and then the two statuses that I currently have. We can look at our offers, which I'll open up in another tab. We'll take a look at what those look like, and we'll also see the buyers list. Let's come back into the disposition we moved from transaction. So now I have this property. I could always go back and view the transaction itself, and all the pertinent information would be found there. I can see who my dispo manager is. This was auto-assigned via round robin. And if there was nobody assigned there under my lead assignment, it'll just auto-assign one. But this was intentional. I just have one person as my disposition manager. All dispositions will actually be assigned to them. I could say what our buy now price is, what the MLS price is, put all this kind of information there. The most common way for people to actually come in and make an offer on our properties would be to supply them with this offer web form. You would give this to a list of your buyers, send this to them via email, say, hey, we have a property, 1976, East El Parque. Let us know if you want to make an offer on it, and this is how they would do that. They would come in, say, okay, my name is Steven, Buyer LLC. I'll give them all my information. I could close as early as the 24th. My offer amount for this one would be $150,000, EMD $1,500. Whatever. I could then make that informal offer. So we have an offer on our property now. So if I was to come in as the disposition manager, come into our offers, we'll see who has made some offers here. I can come in and actually look at the one that he had created, that buyer, via Webform. And all the information that he gave us was added here. If the person who had made the offer was not a cash buyer in our system yet, we can add them here. And that list can be found going into transactions and buyers. So Stephen buyers will not be found here yet because I have not added him. Let's say the submission date was today. He is a rehabber. And I want to go ahead and just add him as my cash buyer now, or a cash buyer. I have multiples. So we will refresh this list, and hopefully we will see Stephen Byers at the top. Now we know that he is a buyer itself. We could come in, we could add what type of investor he is on kind of a more in-depth level now. What are his target areas? We'll give him multiple states to choose from. The asset class, financing type, this is a pretty important one. His price point, he could typically live within a certain area that he likes to kind of bid on. And what's his annual volume? We could mark him as active or inactive. If he's outdated, we could say he needs an update, or maybe he's a VIP buyer. Let's go back into transaction. Let's take some more looks here. We could also see, I don't know why I went to transaction. I meant disposition. I apologize. We already saw the offer that he had submitted. We saw the buyer list that he is a part of. So let's go back into the disposition itself and see what we need here. Oh, that's what it was. I have multiple 1976. I was confused for a second. Here we go. Let's just get rid of that one. So if we come into marketing, guys, we can say, okay, Stephen Byers is currently interested. If anybody is actually going to attend a showing, we can include them here from the buyers list as well. When the showing date is, if it's complete or not. We could actually place him under an accepted buyer if need be, what the final gross price is, the entity name, all of that kind of information can be found here. If somebody has already submitted an offer, I'll just kind of give you guys an idea. When I submitted the offer earlier, it was on a pre-existing address, and to not confuse you, I'm using a test account, guys, so you will see things kind of maybe not work as properly as they should, but just kind of keep that in mind. But let's say Stephen Byers came in, he made his offer here, it would show up here as well. From here, we can also send a unique email or unique SMS, as opposed to one of these pre-built in emails or SMS. I'll let you know now. These are found within the CRM setting. So let's see here, the submitted offers tab here, that's your best and highest, your pending, and sold. So all these you could come in here, edit them, add tags, do whatever you need, and then be able to just send them out directly from there. If not, just send a unique email. It will basically show you something like this. Where you come in, you could drag and drop files, what the email body would say, and then the subject line itself. If need be, you could always run comps from here as well. And then change where we're at here on the disposition side. Is it pending? Are we currently marketing it? Has the buyer been found? That kind of thing. That pretty much covers the disposition side entirely from kind of start to finish. You can always add an additional disposition manually here if you don't want to move it from your transactions or inventory, let's say. Can always manually edit or delete just directly from here as well. But yeah, that covers the disposition side, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys found this video informative. Thanks.